Hello, Holy One. Hello, hello. Hello, welcome to this space. Yes, welcome to this space. Thank you for connecting in. And today we're going to talk about and connect in on the understanding of the throat center deeper. And so many of you have reached out and asked questions on the video I did on the throat center that was actually from a Being the New Human class space. And there was a lot of questions on the connection with the ears and the throat. And if any of you have any issue with the ear, if it was connected to the throat, is there a possibility of that? And so this is a space in which we're going to go deeper into that understanding and into those teachings and allow ourselves to open and expand this space so that we can open the ear, we can open the throat, and we can allow for the authenticity to flow. Yes? Beautiful. All right, so first off, remember we're talking about the energy centers of the body, yes? And so the energy center of the throat is located in the throat area near the thyroid gland, and also it is a space of your authenticity. It is a space of your flow of being. And many times, most humans are living very inauthentic lives in the sense that they have taken on roles, titles, ways of being, belief structures, thought processes, personality traits even, that they never really chose for themselves, but they were taught, they were given these spaces, yes? And they were told, this is how you should be, this is the right way to be. And so they are living their lives in this alignment energetically through these experiential spaces of themselves. And therefore, they are living with their throat center very much so closed off or blocked from the authentic flow. And this can move up into the jaw, the teeth, the mouth, can go into the ear centers, even into the nose and the nasal cavities. So when you understand the connectivity of the being, and again, if you see my body jerk that way, or my tone, the way I hold a syllable or a sound of a word, or my breath, the way that I breathe, it is because the energy in the understandings I'm sharing is really high energy, and my body is doing everything it can to process, calibrate, move the energy in my body so that I can continue to convey the information. So when you hear or see or any of that with me, just know I'm fine, everything's okay. It doesn't feel odd or wrong or off in any way. In fact, it feels very empowering. So just know that. But when we're talking about the throat center and we're talking about the connectivity to the ear and to the face and the mouth and the teeth and all of this, there's so much going on here. There's so much depth here. And really, we could spend hours and hours in just the teeth on their own, the ears on their own, the jaw on its own. And we could go into the mouth of God, the back of the head area, the eye of God. But right now, we're being asked to remain focused on the throat and its connection to the ears, all right? So just allow yourself to lean in with your heart and listen to me. With your heart. Your mind, your head has logic involved that it's been told, this is logical, this is illogical, right? This is real, this is fiction, fake. So I need you to listen to me with your heart, because your heart is not going to be taken in by the illusion or the distortions that it's been programmed with. The heart is going to hear with clarity through love, yes? So your throat center, you could be born into this lifeline, having experienced past spaces as a human, many of you, where in other lifetimes, this was compounding, this inauthenticity, this not being heard, this not speaking your truth. And then again, it could be brand new in this lifetime. And it doesn't matter how long it's been there, how blocked it's been blocked, how long it's been blocked. The key here is just the understanding that awareness of this potential space of yourself being blocked or whatever, awareness is the first step to you moving into a space of clarity, a space of shift, a space of healing. Yes? So some people will teach that you need to find the specific space and where the blockage occurred, and you have to go there and you have to fix that space. And that's very doable. I actually have a video coming out. It may have already aired, I'm not sure, but it's called No More Shadow Work. I'm sure that'll get a lot of, people looking there at it like, what? But that is actually, that video would be perfect for anyone who feels they need to go back and find the specific space or spaces in which the throat center got blocked, and or it may have never been clear to begin with. That walk back quantum energy session that's available in that video, No More Shadow Work, I guide you in, and we go into the quantum, and you can find the spaces that need your assistance and your love. So that is available. Many of you have already done this work with me, and you already know what I'm talking about. And every time you do it, you go exactly where you need to go, and you experience exactly what you need to experience, and everything is coming from love for your greatest and highest good. So always keep that in mind. And remember, you cannot heal fear, and distortions and blockages are built in and embedded with fear. You cannot heal fear from fear. So you can't come in afraid of the space that made you close up. You can't come in afraid of the people that harmed you or abused you, or the experiences you had. It won't work. It can't heal from that space of vibration, because that's in an alignment with it. So that's where the blockage is, right? So the only way the healing can come into the space is when you come in from another space of you. You come in as your higher self. You come in as the angel of light. You come in as the divine within, coming into the space in which the trauma, the pain, the suffering, the experience occurred. And therefore you're not affected by it, as in it doesn't feel as personal. Yes, of course, you still feel compassion for yourself and love for yourself, maybe sadness, and even that you went through that space or whatever. But when you come in at the higher vantage point, because you vibrationally are raising up, that's how things heal. Things heal, things clear when we lift them into the vibration of love. The greatest of these is love. And so in order to lift it to love, you have to be coming from love. You can't come from fear, afraid of it, ready to rebuke it and get rid of it and cast it out. You can't come from that and lift it, right? Heal it. You have to come from love, the higher vantage point, and then you're able to come in without that type of traumatic connectivity of what was done to you. And you're able to come in at the wholeness of who you are in the higher version of you, helping the space of you, loving the space of you, healing the space of you that had that experience. All right? Now, it can be multiple experiences. It can be one major experience. It can be one small experience. Everyone is different. But the throat center, if you were ever told you talk too much, no one wants to hear what you have to say. You don't know what you're talking about. You're annoying. Shh. And even worse, but any of those spaces, after a while, they build up in the person that density connection where they begin to believe what they're being told. And especially from wherever it's coming from. It can be coming from your own thoughts. And it can be coming from outside relationship spaces. But as the person solidifies their alignment, meaning they believe that, because just because somebody tells you something, they can tell you a million times. If you do not believe them, it does nothing to you. Please hear that. You are not so weak that if someone tells you something a million times, it has to be what you become. I say this with love because I want you to be free to embrace your beautiful life and your beautiful being in the highest optimal alignment for yourself. So no matter what's being said to you or even done, you still always hold the sovereign space of your being in your own hands as to what you allow the done or the saying or whatever it is to do to you. It's your space. And we have proof of this again and again and again. We have people that have gone through similar traumatic experiences, and one has reacted one way and one has reacted another way, and that is because of the way that they interpreted it, the way in which they perceived it, the way in which they engaged it. And it's all energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. So you can go back to the spaces if you feel you need to. Not everybody does. But if you go back, remember, it's not the dark night of the soul. It's not shadow work anymore, unless you want it to be. If that is what feels best to you, you should always follow your heart. But you have the opportunity now to live as a higher human who understands their power and their sovereignty and the way in which energy works and moves. And so it's very fast, it's very quick, and it's very efficient work. It's quantum work, so it's on all levels of the being. This is connected with the work I teach, Acasma quantum energy. So when you work on this throat center, if you need to go back, you go back. And if you want to just come from the understanding of the power of your sovereign being in this now, and you claim clarity and you claim wholeness and you claim the release of your authenticity into this now, then you can do that as well. Everyone will be able to do this in every way in between as well, in their own flow. Now, the connection to the ears, why would loss of hearing be a sign of a connection to an inauthentic, underdeveloped throat center? Because the throat center is the space of change and it is the space of authenticity. And if one is not living authentically and stays in a cycle of inauthentic living, the ear centers are closed off to their ability to hear as a reflection of their inability to be heard. So it's interconnected, all right? And sometimes they can also close off because you don't like what you hear. Many times when people lose hearing, just like when they lose eyesight, it is connected into spaces in which they didn't like what they were seeing or they didn't like what they were hearing. And so it is a mechanism of the body to try to compensate so that it doesn't have to hear and it doesn't have to see that which it doesn't want to. And so that can play in as well. And in the core of all of this is the PowerPoint, is the remembrance of you as a sovereign being of light and what you get to choose for your experience and of your life. And every single space of yourself is offering you the opportunity to embrace you, if you choose to, from love. So if the space of you in the past was left in an experience in which it didn't feel loved, it may react or respond energetically with some type of misalignment, imbalance, or even blockage in a certain space of the body in order to give you the opportunity to hear or see or feel the signal that you're sending yourself. All right? So loss of hearing is a signal. The stuff going on in the throat center or with the thyroid gland, right? Because it's near the throat center, that's a signal. Yes, there can be outer toxicities in our food and our water and our air that can and do affect the body, physical, stuff coming on, happening. But there is also an energetic root alignment facilitating a space of connection for that specific reactive state of the energy field in the human body. All right? So keeping this in mind and allowing yourself to understand you have a lot of options. You are in a space of yourself right now where you are reading your energy. You are understanding your body as a physical body. You have your cells and your blood and your tissues and your bones and your organs and your systems. And then you have your energy body, which is embedded within all of the physical spaces of you. Your physical body is the temple, yes? And that is what houses your light, houses your energy. And so everything is connected into your flow of your heart and your mind. So what you feel and what you think, they produce your energy field that runs in your being, through your being, around your being, and emanates out its field within the field. So you have your field of energy that you are, that you create and you make up, and you're vibing, running just like this, all right? And then you are a part of the field, which is limitless, and have everything from A to Z and everything in between. And so as you are you in your own field and a part of the field, whatever vibration you are running in your individualized space is making connectivity of alignment in the wholeness of the field. And that connectivity of alignment is what you will then have as experiential spaces of your life and your body. Your thoughts, your mind, your feelings, all of this will be reflective back to you of what you are vibrating at in your belief structures, your heart, your feelings, your actions, all connected into one. None of this is to be judged or, seen as good or bad. It is all a system at play, offering information constantly to the one. All right. And so stuff going on in the throat center is allowing you to understand that you have the ability to be aware and observe. And that allows you the opportunity to implement accordingly, which is self-mastery. Yes? Very good. Very good. I love it. I love it. So leaning in and trusting yourself and getting to know yourself more and more are massive key factors to navigating these spaces of being this higher human. The way in which you've done things in the past, reference your body and your physical understanding and your emotional understanding and your energetic understanding, they will not be the way you do this in the now and what you see as the future. Because you are not in the same vibrational space of yourself you were in the past. You are running a new vibration. If you're here and you've been watching this video, this understanding, this teaching in this class space with me live, for those of you who are here live, thank you for being here. But if you are here or you are watching this, you are vibrating in a space of understanding of yourself that is not where you were most likely a year ago, or 6 months ago, or maybe even a month ago. People don't find my work that want to stay where they were. People find my work that want to ever expand into the next space of themselves. So if you are here, that is you. And these understandings of your body, your energy system, the way in which the playing field, if you will, the field unfolds and flows, and the way in which you as your own field, your own space of the field flow, and the interactivity of these two. This is key. If you master these understandings, you master you. If you allow yourself to truly embrace these spaces of yourself, you are solidifying your connectivity, the depth of your connective point to the source space within. Because you are allowing this understanding, these understandings, this space of you to expand into the next space of you. And that is the eternal being. An eternal being does not stay in one space forever and ever and ever and ever. It is ever expanding and learning and growing and changing and moving into the next vibrational space of itself. Now, some spaces can become, for some, uncomfortable, and the movement seems too fast and too much, and they need to step back just a bit, and they need to just keep a little bit more time in that space because they're not ready to continually move forward. And then when they are ready, they tap back in and they flow again in that open space of connectivity with their being, with source, with their understanding of eternalness. And there's no judgment on this. So have compassion for yourself and others as all navigate in the way that is most optimal for them. All are learning their own story, their own lesson, their own understandings in their own way. And no two people even would do it exactly the same. Many can be close, and we see that a lot in this family because we have a lot of interconnectivity and synchronicities and confirmations of understandings flooding in, and we know that we are very aligned energetically in this group. But there are many other groups and many other spaces of humanity that are handling and moving in very different ways. But if you think about it, if all are a space of source experiencing itself in this various nows and in various ways, how grand is source? Innumerable ways, unfathomable ways. It makes complete sense that we would see the vastness, the different spaces of humanity expanding in all these various ways, because it is a reflection to us of just how vast source is. Can you see it that way? Yes? Can you lean in and see it that way? It offers a lot of compassion and grace as you function through your experience of this now, because you are witnessing yourself and you are witnessing others from that vantage point of love. And so as you navigate the understanding of your throat center, and you know that this is a center that's going to reflect your understanding of yourself as the ability for you to choose your life the way you choose to do it, right? Your authenticity, yes? And the connectivity of this to your ears, that the way you hear the world can be done without fear, that you don't have to be afraid. Some people, they have the ear issue because they are afraid to continue to hear the judgments of the world. So the ear loses its ability to hear, so that maybe that would be less painful for them in a sense. Love you just the way you are. If someone doesn't get you, if they don't see the way you see and do the way you do, and they feel the need to, say some judgmental things to you, allow yourself to step back with observation and awareness if you can, and look at what they're doing with some detached neutrality and say to yourself, this is their thing that they need to experience. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me. And if you can do that, you're going to open up those ears to hear again, because they're not going to be afraid of the judgment, because they're not going to call it judgment. They're going to call it what it is, and that is the other person's experience that they align because they need that. They need to feel and see and witness whatever they're doing. You're the teacher in that space. You're teaching them. You're giving them the opportunity to wake up in that space of themselves. Is it fair that it can be perceived as judgment and hurt you? If you're in neutrality, remember I asked you to step back in detached neutrality. If you're in neutrality, you don't come in at that's not fair. That's ego. Neutrality doesn't come in at that's not fair. Neutrality doesn't come in at that's wrong. And I'm not saying that it removes right and wrong. There is right and wrong, and there's universal law, and you should never intentionally harm another being, period, ever. But there's an understanding of sovereignty and power in your ability to navigate whatever you're experiencing from the neutrality and the unattached space of your self-mastery, so that the space does not whip you around, block you up, close you up, box you up. But you undo all these blockages and boxes, and you claim your power. So there's a very big difference here. When I'm asking you to have detached neutrality towards someone who's judging you, I'm not asking you to condone what they're doing. That's not right. I'm not doing that. But I'm asking you to not give them your power. Don't give them your power. Don't close up because you're afraid of being judged. Don't close up because you don't know how to be you, because you've been forced to be something else for so long. You don't even know where you are, or who you are, or what you are. Let me say that is an incredible opportunity to have. Can you imagine having the opportunity in your hands right this minute to just rewrite your entire life and to say whoever you are, to state whatever you are, and to just be it with complete joy and love and faith and strength in yourself? That's what's in your hands right now. That's what your throat is trying to tell you. That's what your ears have been trying to tell you. To give you the opportunity to understand that the pen is in your hand and the story is yours to write. And don't worry what anyone says. Don't worry what anyone does. Do what you need to do for you. Come from love. Stay in line with universal law, brother and sisterly love. Be authentic. Follow your heart. Trust yourself. And allow. All right. Little answer to a question. Somebody said to me once, when you say allow, what does that mean? What am I allowing? You're allowing yourself to trust the flow. Meaning, when things happen, don't judge them right away as good or bad or somewhere in between. Just trust that you're always going into the next best space of you, and the now space of you is optimal. If you can trust that the now space is optimal, even when it may not look or sound optimal, you have to trust that it's optimal. If you have that belief inside your being and coming out your mouth and in your actions and so forth, that's what's emanating out your field. So then when you're connecting with the field through your field, you are connecting in with what is optimal at all times, because that's your main core belief. Do you follow me? This is self-mastery at the highest levels. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and let's just do a brief blessing over the throat center, the ears, right now. All right, but anybody who wants to do this, if you'd like, and you can return to this specific space or rewatch the whole video. There's a lot in here, a lot. I'm sorry if I kind of went a little bit all over the place, but I just have so much that I want to share with you. So let's do this. Let's just allow this space for a blessing over the throat center. So if you will, please just close your physical eyes and take a nice deep breath in, nice and slow. Exhale, nice and slow. Beautiful, beautiful. You're sinking into your being, opening the root center, the root lines out the bottom of the feet. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, beautiful anchoring of higher light. Beautifully done, Holy One. There's some massive clearing going on right now. Some massive blocks are being removed. Beautiful, Holy One. Just allow the space and breathe. There's a connection with your third eye and your ear centers and your throat, creating a beautiful diamond of light from the third eye down to each ear center and then down to your throat center, creating a beautiful diamond of light. And it's golden white light and it's emanating and it's beautiful. Just allow it. It's setting up an understanding and a connective point of clarity with the way you hear, the way you speak, the way you see, the way you know, connected into your real truth, your authentic origin. Yarasokua nea tau sea. Okua nea autua. Ke ia na takaua kea. Asutua nea na tawa. Nea na tawa kea. Tau kea, tau kea. Beautiful. Just allow the space. Some of you are seeing flashbacks to spaces and memories. It's really fast for some of you. Just allow, trust yourself. You are the highest self. You are the angel of light. How many times you've gone back and helped yourself and you didn't understand in the past that it was you, was this future you coming in. You thought you felt love or a presence, or an angel or a star being or somebody coming in to help. Well, and it was you, Holy One. Breathe. Beautiful, beautiful. Some of you feeling a great wave of emotion. Trust yourself and just allow. The throat center is opening. Golden white light swirling around the throat center, moving up the neck into the mouth, infusing all of the teeth, the gums, the jaw, up into the top of the mouth and into the nasal cavities and the nose, over to the ears, the eardrums, the ear canals, all open, filled with golden light. Breathe. Just allow the space, Holy One. Just allow the space. Some of you are feeling it even in your eyes, your physical eyes. Golden light moving around the back of the eyes. The entire face is aglow with the golden light. And you are putting on your authentic face. You're taking off your masks, your roles, your titles that were never anything you chose to pick up, but they were given to you and told to you, this is who you're supposed to be. And you're taking the masks off right now. You've gently laid them on the floor, not with anger, not with strife or frustration, but you've laid them there with love. Thank you so much for teaching me, for being a huge space of my understanding. Thank you. And you lay them there with love, and your face is just aglow with your inner light, your truth from your heart, pouring up through your throat, through your face. Your crown is open, your third eye open. Yarasokoa nea taotea, yarasate kiana taoa. Just allow the space, Holy One. Nice deep breath in, nice and slow. Beautiful anchoring going on. You're anchoring much deeper, your root line's much deeper to hold your light. Crown is open and vibrant. Clearing going on in the solar plexus, sacral, root. The alignment of your lower centers and your upper centers is strong. The flow is open and vibrant. Breathe. Allow the space. Your hand centers are opening. Some of you feel like you could see the energy coming out. It's so great. It's like a beam of golden light coming straight out the middle of your palm. And you feel as if you were to open your physical eyes, you'd see it. It's so great. Just allow. Breathe. Beautiful, beautiful. Just allow the space, Holy One. Just allow the space. And just take a nice deep breath in, nice and slow, as we begin to close this space and bless it in the highest alignment of love and Christ consciousness, the understanding of your I am within, of no separation of you and God, source, goddess, allowing yourself, masculine and feminine, to see yourself as the divine, within the divine, aligned in this understanding. Breathe, Holy One, as you seal the space. Iarasokoane aratea, torokoatea, torokoatea, torokoatea. And just allow yourself to bring your focus back nice and slow to this now. Just allow yourself to bring your focus back nice and slow to this now. No rush. If you want to stay in longer, feel free to do so. But when you are ready and you bring your focus back, please allow your conscious awareness, your notation of the vibrational shift in your being. You are not who you were when you sat down to watch this video. You are not who you were when you laid down to watch this video. You are not who you were when you came into this class space. This will meet you right where you at, right where you are at every time you connect with it. It knows no space or time. It is quantum source space energy. Make a notation of this fact and allow yourself to anchor it. By thinking it, you anchor it. And then by living from that understanding, you implement it. And by implementing, you vibrate and emanate it. And by vibrating and emanating it, you align it. You are the higher vibrational space of yourself experiencing this now. Allow.